Friday night lights, engine scream, crowd on their feet, living the dream. From the green flag to the final lap, every hit, every crash, we got it mapped. Cameras roll, adrenaline high, every second flies by. Live if you wanna feel the thunder shake, tune it in, don't blink, don't wait. From the pits to the podium stand, we bring the fire across the land. Turn it up, elevated TV, racing hearts as far as you can see. Every moment, every play, every scene, this is the rush, elevated TV. Lights go red, lights go green, if it moves fast you know what we mean. Living loud, raw and free, this is the sound of elevated TV. Short tracks, big dreams under the stars, late hits, long shots, pushing it hard. From dirt to pavement, stick and ball, if it's competition, we cover it all. No rewind, no second take, every call, every break. From the opening whistle to the final score, we bring the war you're watching for. When the pressure's high and the moment's tight, we're on the air, igniting the night. Turn it up, elevated TV, racing hearts as far as you can see. Every moment, every play, every scene, this is the rush, elevated TV. Lights go red, lights go green, if it moves fast you know what we mean. Living loud, raw and free, this is the sound of elevated TV. No filter, no delay, if it happens it's on display. From hometown heroes to legends made, this is history, broadcast brave. Count it down, 3, 2, 1, go! Turn it up, elevated TV, feel the speed, feel the energy. Every roar, every victory, this is the life, elevated TV. When the moment matters most, we're the signal coast to coast. Live the fight, live the dream, high and louder, elevated TV. When the lights go out and the dust still flies, we're still rolling, broadcasting the rise. If it's fast, if it's real, you know where to be. Elevated TV. Elevated TV. Yeah. Yeah. Lights on. Screens glow. Engines ready, let's go! Friday night, neon skies, fire in the stands, steel in our eyes. Green flag waves, heartbeats loud, every moment screams to the crowd. From dirt to asphalt, coast to coast, legends rise where it matters most. If it's speed, if it's fight, if it's victory, you know where you gotta be. Turn the volume up, feel the sound, this is where the champions are found. Every hit, every call, every play, we bring the action your way. Elevated TV, turn it up tonight, broadcasting. crunch of pads, row of crowds, photo finish, a scream so loud. Every lap, every pass, every play, history made in real time replay. No filters, no fear, no rewind. We capture the edge, freeze the line. If it's fast, if it's raw, if it's real, we show you how champions feel. Turn the cameras, roll it live. This is the rush that keeps us alive. Every second, every frame, we're broadcasting more than a game. Elevated TV, turn it up tonight. Broadcasting races, sports, and the fight. From the first green flag to the final score, we're living it loud, always wanting more. Elevated TV, feel the heat. Front row action, every seat. When the lights go on, you know you'll see the best of the best on Elevated TV. Crank it louder, hear the call. From short tracks to stadium walls. This ain't just coverage, this is the show. If it moves fast, we let it go. Elevated TV, raise your hands. We bring the fire across the land. Race day, game night, victory. This is your home for adrenaline. Elevated TV, no limits, no delay. Live the moment, don't look away when the engines roar and the crowd believes you're watching it live on Elevated TV. On Elevated TV. Lights fade, crowd still screams. We don't just show the action, we elevate it.
Here's the thing that makes life so interesting. The theory of evolution claims only the strong shall survive. Maybe so. Maybe so. But the theory of competition says just because they're the strong doesn't mean they can't get their asses kicked. That's right. See, what every long shot come from behind underdog will tell you is this. The other guy may in fact be the favorite. The odds may be stacked against you, fair enough. But what the odds don't know is this isn't a math test. This is a completely different kind of test. One where passion has a funny way of trumping logic. So before you step up to the starting line, before the whistle blows and the clock starts ticking, just remember, out here, the results don't always add up. No matter what the stats may say, and the experts may think, and the commentators may have predicted, when the race is on, all bets are off. Don't be surprised if somebody decides to flip the script and take a pass on yelling uncle. And then suddenly, as the old saying goes, we got ourselves a game.
Welcome once again, back at it again, but this time we go from the we go from the south to the north of Oswego, New York, coming at you. Welcome in to the Madhouse Mini Stock Tour. 75 rounds on tap tonight. I'm your host, Cody Demers. We're going to have a great night of racing. This track is going to be hard to pass with the gear, the way the gear ratio is set up. You're hearing them right there. They're chipping at the flag stand. I mean, you're chipping halfway down the straightaway. I mean, you got room to run 10 wide here. I mean, you can't get no better than that, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fun night of racing here at Oswego. This place is one of the tracks that I absolutely hate. I do not like it. It is not one of my favorites of iRacing. But, you know, when it comes to it, it can be a racy racetrack. 0.625 mile in length, 13 degrees of banking. It's been paved since 1961. Actually, 1952, excuse me. They resurfaced it, made it longer. In 1952 to 1960, it was once a 0.37 mile racetrack when it was asphalt, and it used to be dirt as well in 1952 to 1960. So a lot of interesting things. If you don't know Oswego, they run the big super modifieds. They run super modifieds, and one of the all-time things of the upstate New York is the modifieds. Interesting facility, and you know, 13 degrees of banking. That's something that you got to think about. I mean, you have, and it really, as you can see there on that camera angle, it doesn't really look like it has any banking. So that's going to play into favor. And again, it's going to be hard to pass as well. So just a bunch of things that you got to take into consideration. A lot of things that you got to also go with the excitement these guys have put on these last couple of weeks. We seen one heck of a race last week. Was exciting. Was another thriller between Chase Pierce and Chase Pierce. Just we talked to him after the race. He said that he felt like he was right back in the same spot from Southern National as he was at New Smyrna. We went from the beaches to the New York. We're going to see just if Mr. Chase Pierce can get it done here tonight. Again, we want to welcome in everybody here to Oswego. Not a lot, you know, and look at the bleachers. This place is just cool. The flag stands on the infield. The grandstands are covered. You don't go to very many racetracks nowadays and see grandstands covered. This is not something you see. You got the super dirt cars. They come here and race on the dirt. They put dirt on this track. You got the for the super dirt car week. This place is just whoa, buddy! Somebody just tore the wall down. Looked like Colton Brooks there in that number 13 machine. Right now, Dylan Connor, your Southern National winner. He is fastest, 20.683. Colton Brooks with a 20.752 is second quick. Dominic Lumley, 20.800. And fourth place is Casey Quigley with a 20.814. And Spencer Haynes with a 20.815. So only a tenth separates, a second separates them for fourth and fifth. So times, top 12, all in the 20s. 13th, 14th, they're in the 21s. So that's a big thing that you got to look for is, you know, the top 12 is going to be on top of each other. So that's just a lot of things that come into play here. Nobody we can really drag into the chat box with us. Everybody's not here yet, so still waiting on some people that we can drag over here. Let's take a quick look at your weather conditions presented by Stagger Pros. Air temp's going to be about a 65 degrees, wind speed 1 mile an hour, track temp's 85. That track temp is going to play a factor. You know, cool track temp, You know, we're used to that 101, 102 track temp. No, not here today. It's 85 degrees. Going to be a slick racetrack. Going to be a tight racetrack. Going to be an all-over racetrack, and somebody just jumped the wall. We're going to not like we didn't see that. Taking a look at your elevated TV race information. 75 laps, 1 fast repair. You get 1 chance, you're out, you're done. No tires. This track, cheese grater. Going to be interesting to see who's going to save their equipment, who's going to be there at the end. We seen Chase Pierce once again do it last week. He talked about it, started laid back in the back, come back to the front, save the tires, had just a little bit to outmudge Bryce Nelson there at the end. Top 18 for practice. Right now, we've only got 12 cars showed up. And I will say this. I think a lot of the reason nobody showed up is because of the racetrack. Everybody hates Oswego. It's a racy racetrack, but it's just not a, I don't know, it's just not, nobody's a fan of it. So, does it look like we're going to have to worry about the 2 provisionals? Looks like so far everybody has made it in. We've only got 15 drivers that have took time out of the 15 that have showed up. So definitely going to be interesting, to say the least. Once again, want to appreciate everybody watching in. We are live on the Facebook page. If you like watching on the Facebook, I know we had more people watching on Facebook last week than we did the YouTube page. So if you want to watch on Facebook, it's there. It's live. Go watch it in action. If you want to stay on the YouTube, welcome in everybody on the YouTube. Hope everybody is having a fantastic day. I know I am tired. I am dead. It has been a long couple days for me. We went racing yesterday, and I literally fell asleep at the dinner table. So definitely going to be interesting. What's up, Big Red? See you in the chat. I literally got home earlier this afternoon, got the race car in the garage, unloaded it, and have been going ever since. And I am wore out. So definitely going to be interesting. And you know, I'm ready for this random draw. You know, after practice, I do a random draw. That is the fun part. Just because Dylan Connor is fastest right now doesn't necessarily mean he's going to start first. He can start 15th. Kyler Staley just won. He's going to be starting 16 cars. So Dylan Connor could be fastest in practice, but start 16th and work his way through the field. You know, just like Keith M. Graham, he could start 15th, but he could be in first on the starting position. So just a lot of stuff we have to take into consideration there as everything goes into it. We're going to try to get a word here with Jeremy Moose. I don't think we've talked to Jeremy Moose yet. Jeremy Moose is Rooster up at the booth. You got me? Man, one of the newcomers to the Madhouse Racing League, as far as for me. You know, what do you think about this place? Is this one of your favorite tracks? Do you hate this track? Or are you just kind of new altogether to iRacing? So it's just basically figuring it out and kind of being there at the end. Yeah, I mean you can't make any changes, any adjustments. I mean, they made it a driver's car, and you know that's one of the hard things, you know, because with these cars, 1 minute they could be free, 1 minute they could be tight, and you know it just doesn't. You never know. Well, I'm going to ask you this. Do you like Oswego or do you absolutely hate it yet? What do you think about how wide it is? Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, Any sponsors out there you want to thank for getting you here tonight to Oswego? I got you. Well, we appreciate you taking the time out of your practice session to talk to us, and good luck tonight.
All right, I appreciate it, man.
Yes,
I hope
sir.
we put on a show for y'all.
Oh, it's definitely going to be a show, that's for sure. And that has been a word with the driver of the number 71, Jeremy Moose. And we wish him good luck tonight as he, right now he's 15th with a 21.103. I'm going to drag this guy up here. I am not sure who he is. His name in Discord is YNG Sheldon. Tell us who you are on the timing screen, YNG Sheldon.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Well, your name in Discord is showing YNG Sheldon, so I was just kind of figuring out who you were on the track.
Oh, I'm Spencer Haynes.
All right, there we go. Now we got him. Spencer Haynes, the driver of the 21 PHR machine. Do you like this track, or do you absolutely hate it? Are you a person like me that absolutely hates this racetrack?
Well, I find it pretty fun, actually. It's you can kind of throw the car around.
And I will agree with that. You know, the wide racing surface and the long sweeping corners where you guys are usually used to a sharp turn. You know, this corner you can sweep it and diamond it and throw it in there and let the car kind of drift itself around.
Oh yeah, it's real fun. Real fun.
I gotta ask you, do you think you're gonna see some 3, 4, maybe even 5 wide racing tonight?
We might, especially with how these restarts go out here. You never know.
Have you run any practice races this week or anything?
No, I haven't, but I've been doing a bunch of practice laps, so I feel like I'm pretty set to go here.
Gotcha. Well, any friends, family, sponsor-wise that you want to thank for getting you here at Oswego tonight?
Jerry Hunt Supercenter, place of employmentship, allows me to have this great computer set up here.
I got you. Well, good luck tonight. Looks like everybody's going to make it so far, so looks like you're in the safe spot, but still got the redraw coming up, so even though you're 7th fastest, you might start 16th.
Yep, I appreciate it. I might.
That's a driver of the 21 machine. That's going to be Spencer Haynes. Alrighty, we're going to drag somebody up here that right now he is in the 2nd position. We don't really get a chance to talk to him because he's always busy doing admin stuff for the league. Even though I don't even think he's an admin, I think he's just a guy that's here, and that's Colton Brooks. And Colton, I'm gonna ask you kind of what I asked the other guys. Are you a fan of this place, or do you absolutely hate it like me?
I'm definitely doing pretty good right now. I'm second on the board. I never run here really. I think just like my 3rd time being here. Not bad. It's very bumpy.
For sure. Well, while we got you, since you're 2nd on the board, we're gonna go on board with you. We're gonna let you take over the microphone and talk to chat and give them a couple laps around the Oswego Speedway. And the floor is yours.
What? Oh. Where am I at? Here we go. Give me 2 seconds.
As we see somebody kill each other out there on the racetrack. Alrighty, looks like Colton Brooks is maybe having mic trouble. So we're going to try to see if we can't find somebody else to give you a few laps around the Oswego. Let's bring in last week's winner. Let's bring in last week's winner and let him show you some laps. He's sitting fourth on the board. Chase Pierce, how we doing tonight?
We're good. We're good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Well, we tried to do Colton Brooks, but he had some mic issues. Basically, take the fans on some laps and walk them through and talk to them about how to run this place.
All right, let me pull out here. Yeah, this track, it's pretty weird. It ain't like our normal racetracks we run. You know, it's got an odd shape to it, odd banking changes, and it's very wide. It's just a weird track in general. You know, this place. I'm gonna take you for a mock Q lap here. We're gonna try and start off wide, coming to the green lap, and get a good run down the front straightaway. Now you want to try and enter pretty wide here, cut down, carry as much speed through the center as you can. Maybe do a late apex, carry that momentum up off, enter back wide, try and cut down for that first apex. Oh, we're tight. Don't let it slip out too much on exit. And that's a lap around Oswego.
For sure, and you know, let these fans out there watching know about the gear. I mean, I could hear you chipping before you ever got to the flag stand.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the chip a good bit, but you know, with the way this track is, if we weren't on the chip, we'd be pushing pretty hard into the corner, you know, and it ain't near as bad as it was in New Smyrna, honestly. We ain't on the chip as bad, but you know, it's gonna provide for a pretty good race tonight, I think.
Well, I gotta ask you, do you think we're gonna see 10 wide as this racetrack is?
I sure hope not, for my sake. I got to come from the rear tonight.
Oh yeah, that's right. You won last week, so you got to come from the rear with the new rule package. If you win the race, you start in the rear automatically, so it puts on a show for the fans. So he won't even be in the redraw tonight.
Yeah, we got to avoid the chaos here tonight for sure.
As Dominic Lumley's behind you in the wall trying to get you. Well, anybody you want to thank for getting here to Oswego tonight?
Oh yeah, parents, Top Hat Comics, Stick Shift for Sim Racing, Elite Performance Industries, Greg's Old Licks Front End Frame Shop, Velocita, K-Cars Race Cars, Speed U, Synergy Speed Lab. We got a pretty fast hot rod tonight, building some good momentum from New Smyrna and Southern National the past couple weeks. Hopefully continue to keep up these good finishes and see if we can't build our points lead some more.
And that's a word with Chase Pierce, winner last week. Good luck tonight, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And we're going to bring in one more person. We're going to bring in somebody that I really don't know, but Billy Gregg kind of... Oh, we're going to try to... We're gonna bring in somebody that I really don't know, but Billy Gregg told me a little bit about Mr. Keith M. Graham, and he keeps moving. Keith M. Graham, you got a copy? Keith M. Graham, you got a copy? Oh well, I guess we're not getting a word with him. He doesn't want to talk to us. Fine. Let's see if we can't get one more person. We got about 58 seconds, so we might let these guys get everything figured out. This is going to be an interesting race. I really feel. I mean, like Chase said, you can throw it in there. You can. I mean, you can drive the crap out of this car here, and it'll stick. Whereas, you know, you go to somewhere like New Smyrna and you try to throw it in the corner, it's going to slide up, push into somebody, and you're going to be putting somebody in the fence, if not yourself, too. And even opening the bottom up because you threw it in there. So there's a lot of things that that go into play here that you got to look at as well. So definitely going to be a testimony of skill. So 10 seconds wrapping up on the board. Going to be ending practice here, and they'll be going to the tech shed for the driver's meeting, and then we'll kick off round number 3 at Oswego. Taking a quick look at the point standing after the race at New Smyrna. Chase L. Pierce with the 98 points over Dylan Connor, and Colton Brooks with 88 points. Then you got Kyler Staley, 84, Nathan Gregg, 74, Dominic Lumley, 74, Jackson Casper, 64. Him and Greenleaf are tied for 7th and 8th. Billy Gregg with 56. And Billy has just had some tough luck, man. He is, first week, he's running second at Southern National and then gets taken out right there at the end and falls back to last. Same thing at New Smyrna. It's just, tough luck there for Billy Gregg. Zach Staley coming in 10th and 54, and then Bryce Nelson and Lucas Austin. But neither one of them's here. They're 48 points, 11th and 12th. Casey Quigley, another guy that's here. He's sitting in 42nd. Jason Jenkins Jr., another guy not here tonight, 42 and 14th. Daniel Hughes, another guy not here, 40. Then you got Spencer Haynes in 16th, then 40 points. Excuse me. Aaron Stoltz, another guy not here, 36 points in 17th. Landon Brindle, the last three not here as well, 34, 26, and 24. That's your top 20. So everybody looks to be making it here tonight at the Oswego Speedway. We're going to step away. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to get everything wrapped up for the drivers' meeting. We're going to get everything ready to go. And it's going to be go time for the Madhouse Mini Stock Tour for 75 big ones at Oswego, New York. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll hopefully be greening the field, going green, and getting underway here at Oswego.
What do Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, Sarah Fisher, Bobby Unser, Mario Andretti, and A.J. Foyt have in common? The Winchester Speedway, the world's fastest half mile. Driving at the Winchester Speedway was a stepping stone in the big leagues and an accomplishment each of these drivers is proud to list. Come out to the Winchester Speedway. Come see the stars of tomorrow as they meet the challenges of the Winchester Speedway, the world's fastest half mile. The Winchester Speedway offers great family entertainment, affordable ticket prices, and a chance to see the stars of tomorrow. The Winchester Speedway, the world's fastest half mile.
Shady Bowl Speedway is the premier asphalt track in Ohio. This year's schedule makes that absolutely indisputable. Which drivers will prevail in 2017? Ladies and gentlemen, we give you Shady Bowl Speedway.
Extreme racing, extreme excitement, extreme fun. Sportsdrome Speedway in Clarksville, the place for fun-filled, affordable family entertainment in Kentuckiana. The only asphalt track in Kentuckiana to feature oval action and the thrill of figure-8 racing. Visit SportsDromeOnline.com for ticket prices and a full race schedule. Sportsdrome Speedway, the grassroots of auto racing since 1947.
Back here at Oswego Speedway for round number 3 of the Madhouse Mini Stock Tour. I am Cody Demers, your host, bringing you all the action live here from Oswego. Hope everybody is having a great night on the Facebook and the YouTube page. It's been a crazy, crazy night, and we're about to take a look as that sun's starting to set. We've seen that 85-degree track temp in practice. Let's see what it is here in qualifying session. Stagger Pros Motorsports weather conditions, 65-degree air temp. Look at that track temp. Look at how low that track temp is right now. 67 degrees. Full moon. Are we going to see a full moon type of night, or are we going to see a crescent moon type of night? You have to wait and see. Wind speed's at 2 miles an hour, and it's going to be a good one. That is for sure. Definitely going to be an exciting one here tonight, and going to be fun. That is for sure. 0.675 miles is the length of Oswego, built in 1961. And Super Dirt Car Weekend. And if you don't know what Super Dirt Car Week is, big block modifieds. Think about that. Modifieds on asphalt, got big block modifieds on dirt. Best racing you'll ever see in your life. I've personally been to New York to watch the big block modifieds at the Syracuse Fairgrounds. Best thing you'll ever see. I love the big block modifieds. They're one of my favorite cars on iRacing to drive on the dirt side. I love the I love it. It's amazing. One of my favorite things to do is drive the big block modifieds. And it's just wide open. And you put dirt on this place, it's wide open all the way around just about. You know, you think you're going to see them rip the top? No, they're going to be right next to that wall, hugging around the corners, and just like you're going to see these mini stocks here tonight. So definitely going to be interesting, definitely going to be fun, and definitely going to be exciting. That is for sure. Drivers meeting still going on here in this one, and going to be fun, that's for sure. We're going to take a quick intermission. When we come back, we will have the field gridding on the start-finish line. Don't go anywhere, and we will have more from the Oswego Speedway here in just a few minutes. field has gridded. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Oswego Challenge Cup 75 from the Oswego Speedway in Oswego, New York. I am your host, Cody Deemers, and it is going to be a good one here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready, and it is just about go time. Now you see the cars lined up. That is not how they are going to start. Field will roll off. They'll get in line, take a couple pace laps, get themselves situated. We'll go green in about 2 to 3 laps, and we will get the 75 laps underway. One more look at your track, Tim. 66 degrees. The question is it going to make for a tight racing surface or a loose? So, definitely going to be interesting. Welcome back to the Oswego Speedway. Field's about to roll off here for their 75 lap feature. 75 laps, there you go. Looks like Billy Gregg gonna get the pole, I believe. So definitely going to be interesting to see who is going to get the pole here tonight. There you go. There it looks like Billy Gregg going to roll off, and he is going to get the pole, and it's going to be him and Spencer Haynes on the outside pole with Jackson Casper and Nate Gregg in that second position. Jackson Casper going to be starting third, Nate Gregg in the fourth position with the 71 of Jeremy Moose fifth, Dominic Lumley in the sixth position, and then Colton Brooks, the guy that was second place. Remember, we talked about that. He was second in practice, but he is not going to be starting on that front row. And look at Dylan Connor way back there mid-pack. He has definitely got his work cut out for him coming from mid-pack here tonight. 16 cars strong, 75 laps, 2 different winners this season. Will we see a third here tonight? These guys have put on an absolute show. We've had 2 photo finish races. We had the 0.35 tenths of a second between Pierce and Connor to open the season off with Southern National. Then we went to New Smyrna in the beaches of Florida, and we had Pierce Nelson put on one heck of a clinic with another photo finish. Will we see a photo finish here tonight for the Oswego Challenge Cup 75? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when they come around, let them hear you in the chat box. Let them know where you're watching. Let them know who you're cheering for. Field's going to roll down the front straightaway. Here we go for the Oswego Challenge Cup 75 from Oswego, New York. Let them hear them, fans. and we are already under caution. Billy Gregg, as you've seen there on the camera, upside down. Bad luck strikes the 98 once again. Let's go back and see what happened here with him. There you see the 98. Looks like he shifted up. Not Billy gets it. Oh, the 21 gets loose and right hooks the 98 almost upside down. Good job. Whoa, baby. Everybody misses him. Good job by everybody there missing him. Spencer Haynes. Let's go on board with Jackson Casper. Let's go back and watch it from his point of view on the start there. Here you see it off the nose cam of Jackson Casper working in a turn 1 and 2. Spencer's a little loose there in that number 21 Dr. Pepper machine up on the outside. Greg gets up. Spencer gets loose, and around he goes. Let's look one more time from the guy on the outside of Spencer Haynes, or Jackson Casper, which will be Nate Gregg. See if we can't find him. Let's go on board his nose camera and just see what he sees here on this one. On the restart here with Nate Gregg. Down off into 1 and 2. Nate Gregg's got that little line. The PHR number 21 Jerry Hunt Super Center. Machine of Spencer Haynes on the outside. There you see him gets loose. Boom. There he goes. Whoa. Ride of a lifetime for Billy Gregg. Tough luck there for him. Cooper Reed out, not on time and scored. So that is going to put us under the caution here tonight. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in here, and this one definitely going to be interesting to say the least. Looks like they may be choosing this time by. Everybody going to be choosing. Inside, outside, there they go. Inside, outside, there they go. Down the back straightaway. Pace car is off. Field going to work through 3 and 4. Nate Gregg, Jackson Casper, your row 2 switch swap. They're going to be leading the field to the green. Here we go. Off into turn 3 and 4. Down the front stretch. Here they come. Green flag in the air. We are underway here again from Oswego. Billy Gregg with a big jump there on the restart in that 4th position. Down the back straightaway they go. Here comes Lumley. Lumley looking to the inside. Gregg trying to work that outside. That's Billy Gregg in the 98 with an right front nose damage. Whoa, Casper way up high. 3 wide almost down the front straightaway. Lumley there as well. Here comes Brooks. Brooks was second and faster. 3 wide. Lumley, Gregg, Casper, Billy Gregg, monkey in the middle. Lumley's going to back out of it. Here comes Brooks. Here comes Connor. The 77. Here comes Quigley through the middle. 3 wide on Brooks and the Moose. Billy Gregg trying to get back up. Here's Casper. Brooks, though. Brooks, Quigley, Connor, side by side. That's 4th, 5th, 6th. They're going to clear it out. Here comes Staley. Battle of the Staleys. Haynes back there in the back. Down the front straightaway they go. Nate Gregg, once again the leader. Brooks off the pace. Not sure what happened with Colton Brooks there in the 13 machine, but way off the pace there for him. Meanwhile, Lumley and Casper still working on the outside of him. Is Casper. Lumley not where on the bottom, not where Casper needs to be on the outside. Here comes Casper trying to throw the crossover on him. Spencer Haynes, Zach Staley back there in the back. Here comes Connor. He's looking to the inside of Casper. Quigley going to follow. Quigley down the back straightaway. He throws it in there. Casper. Here comes Quigley. Whoa, baby. Quigley going to throw it in there. You're going to touch. Quigley going to touch the left rear quarter panel of the 47. He's going to back out of it. Thought better of it. Oh, baby, here comes Casper trying to hold the line. Here comes Quigley, way on the bottom, long on the back bumper. Here comes Pierce, last week's winner. He's there in the dogfight. 11 laps to complete of 75. Oh, baby. On board here with Chase L. Pierce as he's looking to the inside. Down the front straightaway they go. Here comes Connor. Connor trying to look to the inside of the 62 of Lumley. Lumley trying to dime in the corner, trying to make the corner the straightaway longer, but make the corner wider, and trying to arc his corner so he can use more momentum with these mini stocks. You got to figure out something to keep the momentum up. Then you see guys like Connor. You see guys like Pierce cutting the corner off a little bit. But then you got Lumley way out there arcing. But look at the momentum he gets through the center. He can get right back to the gas, right off the corner, and just kill the 91's momentum. Whereas you see the 91 here, he drives it off in there. Now he's starting to do it, but he's getting tight to the center. Car doesn't like it. Here comes Casper hugging that inside wall. Everybody running different lines. Everybody liking different things. Here comes Connor to the inside. But again, Lumley with that momentum, trying to arc that corner. Going to stay clear of him off of 4. There goes Greg. Greg and Greg. That's Nate Gregg out front. Billy Gregg in second. Here comes Lumley. Lumley all on the back bumper of him. 16 laps of 75. Oh, Lumley going to get into the 698. That's going to open the door up for Connor. Here comes Connor. Here comes Casper. Here comes Pierce. Whoa, baby, Pierce going to throw it in there. 3 wide. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Excuse me, 4th, 5th, and 6th. 3 wide there for just a moment. Here comes Connor. That's what Connor wanted. He knew he had to figure something out. He knew the only... And we talked about this earlier. This track is so hard to pass it. It is almost impossible. Here comes Casper. You got to make mistakes. You got to wait for people to make mistakes, or you got to do like Connor's doing. Driving to the inside. Driving it in there. Here he comes to the inside of Billy Gregg. He is not going to clear him. It is a hornet's nest from about 2nd to 8th. Here comes Long. Austin Long. Whoa, baby, going to throw it in there. Get into Casper. Here comes Staley. And I'm sorry about these cameras. These cameras absolutely suck that iRacing made. To the inside of Greg. Goes again Connor. Greg shuts the door. Here comes Lumley on the back bumper. Pierce is there as well. 20 of 75. Whoa, big move by the 91. Remember the 91. Oh, baby, they're going to door bang. Let's see if Billy Gregg returns the favor. Here comes Greg. Here comes Pierce. Greg going to try to get back to him. Connor, Greg, Pierce, and Lumley on top of each other. And you got to begin to wonder, is the damage hurting Billy Gregg? Or is it helping Billy Gregg? Here comes Long, if I'm Greg, I'm thinking it's hurting. It's got to be hurting. And we talked about this earlier in practice. The times they showed this, they showed the close, intense racing, they showed the hard battle racing. The biggest thing is you got to be able to pass. You can't pass, guess what? You're not going to go anywhere. So that's the struggle. We've seen it with Connor. Connor has struggled to get by people. He's almost had to wait for people to make mistakes or even get into the back bumper on, not intentional, just hard racing. That's things that coming. Billy Gregg falling fast as he has got heavy right front damage, but Austin Long is blinking. He is blinking. He is blinking. Here comes the 31. That's Kyler Staley in the number 31. He's looking to the inside of Billy Gregg as well. That's all going on for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Billy Gregg struggling with that damage, but meanwhile, battle brewing. Pierce, Connor. On board here with Chase L. Pierce in the number 17. As he works to the inside of the 91. Down the front straightaway. He is there. He is on top of Dylan Connor. Connor protecting the bottom. Connor protecting the bottom, trying to keep the bottom protected. He knows Pierce has got to have the bottom to pass. He knows he's got to protect it. He's got to keep that line safe. And make Pierce, if he wants him, to either move him or go to the outside. Here comes Pierce. He's on the back bumper of the 91, but guess what? It looks like they have worked together, and guess what? They have caught Nate Gregg in the 28. Down the front straightaway. Whoa, Billy Gregg. Way time loose down the front straightaway. Here comes Dylan Connor to the inside. Dylan Connor, whoa, baby, Chase Pierce gonna get it, Nate Gregg goes around. Caution, not gonna fly, there it is. Caution going to fly on Nate Gregg in the 28. So we go back here and look at a replay of what happened there. Here comes Connor to the inside. Gregg gets a little loose, trying to block or just protect the line, not really block. He's going to push up into the marbles. Connor to the inside. Pierce is there. Pierce to the inside. I don't think Gregg knew that Pierce was there. I really don't think he knew he was there. I think Nate thought that he was clear and Pierce was just there and nowhere to go for the 28 machine of Nate Gregg. So Nate Gregg and Billy Gregg struggling here tonight. Billy Gregg getting taken out on lap number 1 and Nate Gregg getting taken out on lap number 29. So definitely big events here for Nate Gregg and Billy Gregg. And if you're Billy Gregg right now, you're taking a fast repair, I feel like. I really feel like you're taking a fast repair. "31 laps and 75 down. Still a long ways to go. 45 laps left to go here in this one. Not choosing this time. Maybe we choose next time. Caution laps do count here in the Madhouse Mini Stock Tour, so we are riding under caution. We are counting caution laps. Taking a quick look here at the Robbins Racing caution information. 2 cautions so far tonight for 6 laps with 5 total lead changes here tonight. Let's see if we choose, and we are choosing this time. Inside, outside, inside, outside. Who is going to go? Where is everybody going to go? Dylan Connor going to go to the bottom. Dylan Connor going to go to the bottom. And Dominic Lumley to the outside. 43 laps to go. Still not over in this one. Intensity sets in. Battle for fight and death. Green flag back in the air. We're back underway here at Oswego. Got new names up front. Long, Quigley, Staley, and Casper. Casper not really a new name. Long, Staley, Quigley. 3 names that have not been up front yet. Here they are. Here comes Long battling for second. He's going to get it. Here comes Staley to the inside. That's Kyler Staley to the inside of Lumley. Have they been saving? Have they been riding? Staley, Lumley, side by side, 31-62. Quigley's got his nose in there as well. Meanwhile, back here, Billy Gregg making his way through the field. And guess what? Looks like he has taken a fast repair. Through the field he goes, one by one. Back to the front goes the 98. Made his way up to 6th. Next spot, Quigley. Whoa, baby, Zach Staley. Oh, man. Whoa, Staley around. Chase Pierce, Colton Brooks, Zach Staley all around. Once again, the old cliche of cautions breed cautions. Are we going to see that play out? And it does not look like Pierce is too happy with Zach Staley. Let's go back and see if we can't see what happened here on this one. We rewind just a little bit more. Let's go on board with him here. Zach Staley on the bottom. Keep your eyes on that purple and green number 17 or 7 machine. Chase Pierce gets into it. Breaks the right front. There he goes, hard into the wall. Breaks the wheels of the number 17. Tough break there. 37 laps to go here in this one. Dylan Connor out front. Will we see the first repeat winner of the season with Dylan Connor in the period year number 91 winning here tonight? Or do we see somebody like Longer Staley or maybe even Lumley show out or show up here in the end? Appreciate the one person who is watching on Facebook Live. You are the bomb. I don't know who you are, but you are the bomb. Appreciate everybody watching on the TikTok. Or not the TikTok, but the YouTube, excuse me. Again, hope everybody's having a great night tonight. We are going to be up at halfway here. 35 laps down, 35 laps left to go. Dylan Connor, Austin Long. Oh boy, Dylan Connor beating the doors off the 36 here, coming to the restart zone. Here comes Long. Oh, buddy. 35 laps to go. Here to decide a winner in this one. Do we see another caution? Here we go. Long. Here comes Staley. Here comes Long. Whoa, somebody gets into the inside wall. That's not what you want to do. It looks like Moose is going to go around. No, he'll save it. Stay green. Here comes Quigley on the outside of Staley. Lumley there as well. The intensity is amped up a little bit. Here comes Lumley. He's going to beat the door off of the 77. Here comes Greg. Greg down to the inside. Both Gregs getting together. Oh, man. And Zach Staley hard into the outside wall. I want to go back and see what happened there with that one. Take a look here at what happens with the 7 machine of Zach Staley. Keep your eyes on that 7 machine as he just drives in there and just he obliterates the 47 and then gets into it there with the machine here. Meanwhile, the 28 and the 77 hard at it. Lumley, single file, Zach Staley, Billy Gregg. Here comes Nate Gregg, Casey Quigley, Chase Pierce, and Colton Brooks all on top of each other. Here they go, 3 wide down the front straightaway. Oh, Nate Gregg on the door of the 77. Pushes him up the track, opens the door up for the 13. Here comes the Colton Brooks. Spencer Haynes back in there as well. Quickly stuck on the outside there in the 77. Here comes the 21 machine. Long and Lumley though, says they're battling, they're not. Here comes the 47. Chris Allison as well in there, in the 7 machine. He's up there as well. 29 laps to go. Quickly, big time loose there. Here comes Haynes. Casper trying to look to the inside of him as well. He's like work off a turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Back into turn 3. Whoa, Quigley gonna use the bumper. Here comes to the inside of the 7 machine. I feel like they are racing harder for last than they are for first. Connor is checked out. Long in second, Blinken. Lumley in third. Kyler Staley in fourth. Billy Gregg in fifth. Chase L. Pierce is in that 6th position. Nate Gregg, Colton Brooks, Spencer Haynes, Jackson Casper, Casey Quigley, Chris Allison, Keith Graham, Jeremy Moose. Your 14 cars still on the track and on the lead lap. Zach Staley out 6 laps down. Coop Reed out 46 laps. So it doesn't look like he even started this one. Caution is out. Looks like maybe for Nate Gregg and Jackson Casper. Let's go back and see what happened. Eyes on Nate Gregg. We're going to have to go against the wall right there. Rewind it a little bit. The camera didn't pan to it. He gets in the wall here. Down the front, back straightaway. And just loses it. Oh, right in front of the field. Oh, man. Great job by Colton Brooks. Let's go back and see if we can't see from Colton Brooks' nose cam or cockpit camera what happened. Just on board with Colton Brooks. There you have it. 24 laps to go in this one. We're going to step away to thank our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. We will have the conclusion here of the Madhouse Mini Stock Tour presented by Velocita for the Oswego Challenge Cup 75 at Oswego. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Shady Bowl Speedway is the premier asphalt track in Ohio. This year's schedule makes that absolutely indisputable. Which drivers will prevail in 2017? Ladies and gentlemen, we give you Shady Bowl Speedway.
Back here once again, 20 laps to go, and Dylan Connor out front here in this one. But here comes Lumley on the outside. Long not giving it up. Staley there as well. Billy Gregg there. Who wants it more? Does anybody have anything for the 91 of Dylan Connor? And the question is, racing like this, all you're doing is allowing that 91. Whoa, man, my goodness. Wow, what a wreck. What a hit. We need the ASMR safety team to turn number whatever that was 4 because Austin Long is not okay. Let's go back and see what happened here. Holy guacamole there on the 36. I'm not even sure what happened. Lumley. Oh my goodness. He's in the stands. He's in the catch fence. We're going to be red flagged for another hour because we got to fix the catch fence. Let's go on board with Billy Gregg because I want to see this from Billy Gregg's. I don't even know what to watch. I want to see what Billy Gregg sees with this. This is on board with Billy Gregg. Oh, man. Here's on board with Chase Pierce. This is coming into turn 3 and 4. On board with Pierce. Whee. One more person on board with Brooks. Colton Brooks. Wow, what a hit, man. Tough luck there for the 36. He was actually having a good run there in that one and forced him to tow because he was stuck in the wall. So 17 laps to go. And, buddy, have we had an exciting one. Taking one more time look at the Robbins Racing. 5 cautions for 16 caution laps for 7 lead changes. Let's see what that weather looks like. 69 degrees. Looks like we are choosing. Dylan Connor, Billy Gregg. And Billy Gregg was right here at the start. And we got a whole new shuffle up front. You threw your cards out. You took a hit. You folded. Now you're back in it. Got a full house. Connor, Gregg, Staley, Pierce, Lumley. Green flag. Back out. 15 to go. Billy Gregg with a great jump. The first person to have a shot with the 91. Door banging. Side by side off of turn number 2. Chase Pierce trying to push Billy Gregg. Here comes Lumley. Billy Gregg still on the outside though. 3 wide. Here comes Staley down to the bottom. Kyler Staley there as well. Whoa, baby Pierce and Lumley door banging. Here they go. 14 laps down, or 14 to go. Lumley, Gregg, Staley. Gregg trying to get down. Nobody allowing it. It's too late. It's now or never. It's go time. Lumley goes around. Billy Gregg once again involved. Whoa! Gregg. Everybody. Oh, man. Quigley involved. Brooks involved. Caution is out once again. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened here. Billy Gregg and there you see it on the chopper cam. Gregg and Lumley just door banging each other. And Gregg gets loose from the door banging and just hits into the right rear, and then around goes the 28. Quigley, oh man. Hard into the outside wall goes Quigley. Taking a look here from Casey Quigley's camera. Quigley thought he had it. Nope. Around goes him. What an exciting race. And we're going to have under 10 to go when we take the green flag, so it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be like one of your local Saturday night shootouts. 10 to go, under 10 to go. Connor, Staley, Pierce. Pierce is right back in the dogfight. Allison's there. You know, does Chris Allison, has he saved enough to be there? Has Connor burned his tires up? Has Pierce saved enough? Has Staley got enough in the tank? Does even anybody have anything for the 91? You know, you thought on that restart that the 91 was chop liver. Greg with a great start, and then gets around him and almost had him, and just didn't have enough around him, and Lumley door banging each other. So definitely going to be interesting to see who is going to prevail here in this one. I will say this: if you're Chase Pierce, if you're Chris Allison, and I will even say if you're Jackson Casper, you're right where you want to be, because you know Pierce and you know Staley are gonna race hard with the 91, maybe even get into each other, and that's gonna open the door up for Casper and even Chris Allison. He's in the catbird seat. He's in that spot, and we're choosing this time. Connor, Allison. Allison goes to the outside. Staley stays on the bottom. Allison goes from 4th to 2nd. Does he have what it takes to get around him? Pierce stays on the bottom. 9 laps to go. Coming to 8 this time. Does anybody have anything for the Pair of Gear Parts number 91 of Dylan Connor? Working off of turn number 4. Here we come to the green flag. Great start by the 91. Does Staley have what it takes? Can Staley get to him? Whoa, baby, Jackson got for 3 wide. Connor's blinking. Almost 4 wide. Whoa, they're around. Haynes goes around. Greg, around they go. Stay green. Yellow flag's out. Caution gonna fly again, and we're gonna have a green-white checker. See what happens here. The 71 of Moose looks like he gets in the 71. Here comes Casper through the middle. Greg thought about it. Looks like Haynes blinks. Spencer Haynes. There you see it. Comes out on Moose, gets in the Moose, and then Haynes comes around. Tough break there. Long going around, trying to get his laps back. 3 laps down there for the number 36 of Austin Long. Brooks is going to come out of pit road. Staley, Pierce, Casper, and now look who's in the 6th position. Jeremy Moose played his cards right all night long. Rode in the back. He is there. He is in the mix. There's the 09. That's Keith M. Graham. Under 5 to go when we come back to green. Not choosing this time. So we will officially be under 5 to go when we take the green flag. The intensity, if it wasn't already up, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to be up. You better go get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola, because it's going to get good here at Oswego. You're about to get a true Bowman Gray Saturday night here at Oswego. We got the stadium stocks of the Madhouse Mini Stock Tour on iRacing. Are we choosing this time? That is the question. Choosing this time by inside, outside, outside, inside, in the outside, in the outside, in the inside. Around, there we go. Dominic Lumley made his way after getting wrecked up to the 10th position. Still a long ways to go. Laps to go. Coming to 3 laps to go. It's about to get good in the New York, the upstate New York. Staley Pierce, take to the bottom again. Casper's going to be on the outside. Here we go, up off of Ford. Staley pushing 91, pushing him. Green flag once again. Staley going to try to get there. He's going to try to get him. He's going to move him up the racetrack. Here comes Staley. Here comes Pierce. Staley to the inside. Not yet there. 3 wide for your race lead off into turn number 2. Staley going to push up. That's going to open the door up for Pierce. Up off the corner. Nate Gregg sideways. Round goes Brooks. 2 to go. Are we going to have a caution? Caution's going to fly. It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Chase L. Pierce now in the spot. Everybody wants to be. Your Southern National winner's leading. Your New Smyrna winner is in second. We looking to have a repeat winner here at Oswego. This is going to be one of the two. Or will Kyler Staley come in there and stink it all up and get the win? Casey Quigley, Jackson Casper there as well. And we have seen Staley and Pierce both choose the bottom. Does Pierce go to the outside here? Or does he commit to the bottom like he has done all night long? Do we see him choose this time by? Long getting his laps back. No, they are not choosing this time. Green, white, checkered to end the Oswego Challenge Cup 75 here in New York. Do we have it? We remember Southern National. We had a photo finish between the 91 and the 17. Gonna be a good one. Appreciate each and every one tuning in on the YouTube. Let's see if choosing this time, Pierce, Staley both go to the bottom with Connor. Inside, outside. Quigley on the outside this time. Lumley up to 4th. The number 62 machine up to 4th. Does he have a shot? Staley, Billy Gregg's up to 6th. Does he have a shot? Coming to the green flag. 3 laps to go. Green, white, checker. Green flag in the air. Oh, somebody way up the racetrack. Pierce moves quickly. Here comes Staley. Staley to the inside. Staley's going to get him. Dominic's going to give him the bumper to the inside. 3 wide for second. Casper in the middle. White flag in the air presented by W Energy here tonight. Casper going to go around. Up off the corner. Nobody's going to get to him. The man who won at Southern National, our first repeat winner of the season. It's going to go to the 91. Dylan Connor coming home with the win. Staley rounds out your top 3. Chase L. Pierce will finish second. What a race here at Oswego. We knew it was going to be interesting. We knew it was going to be exciting. And that it was a show. Dylan Connor going to come home with the win here tonight. Cars are going to pull on the front stretch. We're going to take a quick look at your results. Dylan Connor coming home with the win. Chase L. Pierce, second. Kyler Staley, third. Dominic Lumley in the fourth position. Casey Quigley, fifth. Billy Gregg in sixth. Colton Brooks, Nate Gregg, Austin Long, and Spencer Haynes rounds out your top 10. Chris Allison, Keith M. Graham, Jackson Casper, Jeremy Moose, Zach Staley, 38 laps down, rounds out 15th. And guy that did not start the race, Cooper Reed, in the 16th position. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back here from Oswego, we're going to have our top 3 interview, and it's going to be a good one. Don't go anywhere. We will be back here in just a moment.
Shady Bowl Speedway is... Shady Bowl Speedway is the premier asphalt track in Ohio. This year's schedule makes that absolutely indisputable. Which drivers will prevail in 2017? Ladies and gentlemen, we give you Shady Bowl Speedway.
Back here once again at the Oswego Speedway in New York. And we have some very, very, very terrible news. The 91 has been DQ'd for jumping the restarts. After race control has told him over again, he has been DQ'd. So, still doesn't matter. We still have a repeat winner. It's the Top Hat Comics, number 17 of Chase Pierce. Zach Staley will finish second. And the man that got right reared on the front stretch is going to be coming home third. That's Dominic Lumley. So, big chain of events here tonight for the Madhouse Mini Stock Tour. So, we've got our way down here with the number 62 of Dominic Lumley. And, Dom, probably not the way you wanted a third place finish, but sometimes you just got to take what you can.
Yeah.
First question I got to ask you is, walk me through you getting wrecked on the front stretch. You had a good run, running the top 5 most of the race until that point. Kind of what happened?
Same shit, different week.
Got you. So Dominic Lumley not too happy with his result here tonight, even though he come home third. Dom, anybody you want to thank sponsor-wise?
Not really, just everybody that puts this on, you for streaming this every week. Hope next week's better.
And that's been a word with the 62 of Dominic Lumley. Congratulations on third place.
Thanks, buddy.
Alrighty, well, we're going to get over here to the 31 machine. I almost called him the 7 machine of Kyler Staley. Kyler, man, you kind of rode in the back most of the part of the race. Kind of methodically worked your way through the field one by one. And I got to ask you, I noticed you and Pierce were taking the bottom on the restarts. Was that a strategy move, working as teams? Or was that just, you knew the bottom was where you wanted to be, and that's where you did it?
The bottom was where I wanted to be. I was going to try to shove the 91 up out of the way and go past him, and I did at one point. I just didn't get it clear of him. That was my whole goal, was to move him up the track and get by him so I could win the race. But obviously I didn't get to do that. But I mean, yeah, I drew in the back. I was slow here, but I just followed Chase and Austin up to the front and did what I could with what I had,
For sure. Did you were riding in the back? Were you kind of saving there? I know this place eats tires up real bad, and these mini stocks. There's no adjustment, so you can't do anything to save for tires. Or were you just kind of just playing your cards how they were dealt?
Yeah, I was trying to save tires. I think I still have tires. So if we had run 15 more laps, I think I still would be where I'm at.
Got you. Well, anybody, friends, family, sponsor-wise, you want to thank for getting you here tonight for the second place?
Yeah, Daniel's Tire, Private Defense Solution, New River Welding Rigging, Sykes Metal Roofing, Motorsports on Main, Bullies, Greg's Old Lexington, you for doing the broadcast, Billy and everybody for helping me do this, my little girl and my wife.
Yes, sir. Can't forget the baby. Kyler Staley is now a dad. I know we've talked to him a couple times. We've previously elevated, but first time we've talked to him as a dad. So and a husband. Yeah. You got best of both worlds.
You might be able to hear her a little bit.
I was just saying, I heard her a little bit there. She sounded like she was getting a little fussy. She's like, Dad, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah. Well, if I stand her up in front of me on the steering wheel, she'll kind of hold into it. So I think she's ready.
Oh yeah, she's getting that age.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, that's been shows him third place, but he comes home second place after the DQ. That's going to be the 31 of Kyler Staley. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Well, we get to go talk to the first repeat winner of the season. Boo! No, I'm joking. Chase Pierce, man, had to start dead last after winning last week. Guess what? You get to do it all over again next week. Get to start dead last. Looks like it doesn't matter. Well, I will say it does matter because you 91 got the win on the sim, but after the DQ, you come home with the win, man. I gotta ask you because I went on board with you. What was going through? What was your voice on the mic saying when you seen Austin Long take out the catch fence?
I didn't even see how it happened. The first thing I seen was him flying. And I was like, what in the world has happened here?
Cue up the I Believe I Can Fly maestro.
Mm-hmm.
And on the start, we had Billy Gregg getting taken out. That was a big chain of events for him. I think that screwed his whole race up. I peeked in there a little bit in the driver's meeting, and everybody was kind of bummed that Billy Gregg was starting on the pole, but Billy Gregg was like, we got this. And they take the light boy, turn one, and he gets taken out. So, did the cautions kind of help you, or did you just kind of methodically on that green flag run work your way up to the front?
Cautions definitely help. Just being able to get everybody bunched back up. But, at the same time, that can cause for chaos. I got involved in 2 or 3 wrecks. Had to come from the back 3 different times. And then just getting involved in the chaos and then having to go all the way to the back again and having to rebound from there, it's tough. But I mean, with the green flag runs early on, you just try and take them as you get them. Not try and force the issue too hard. Just somebody makes a mistake, you just capitalize on it and pick them off one by one as you can. And that's what we did and continued to do throughout the night. And we was hoping we could pass Dylan on under green flag runs in the actual race, but I just made a mistake there off of 2, got in the wall and sent me up the track. But I knew from then I was just points race. I knew there might be a DQ coming for Dylan Connor. He was jumping the starts and whatnot, and there ended up being one. So happy to come out with the win and spread my points lead out even further.
For sure. Well, we talked to you a little bit earlier. You want to thank your sponsors once again here tonight in Victory Lane.
We'll thank my parents, Top Hat Comics, Six Shifter Sim Racing, Elite Performance Industries, Velocita, Greg's Old Lexington Front End Frame Shop, K-Cars Race Cars, Speed Use, Synergy Speed Lab, Todd's Tire, Red's Donut Shop, Shell Bell Bonds, Army Navy Store, Billy and all the admins that are putting this show on, and you for the broadcast, and IRACING for the great sim.
Alrighty, well, coming home with the win after the DQ is going to be Mr. Chase L. Pierce. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to wrap up here tonight at the Oswego Speedway, and an interesting race it was for sure, and can't wait for next week. If you haven't already done so, make sure you scan that QR code. Boom, there it is on your screen. For all the action, tune in there and keep up live and up to date with Elevated. Next week, we'll be at the good old South Boston Speedway in South Boston, Virginia for the next one. For everybody at the Madhouse Mini Stock Tour, Billy Gregg, Kyler Staley, and everybody at Elevated TV, me, myself, and I, we will see you on the next one. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of Elevated Broadcasting. Elevated TV would like to thank all of our fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.